Alright, you guys, we've got a rated 30-minute game on the board. My opponent is rated 729, so 800 points almost lower than me. And we have the Vienna. So e4, e5, knight to c3. And now, if bishop c5, the move is queen h5. This is the wayward queen line in the Vienna, one that I'm quite familiar with. So I'm pinning this pawn here, and I'm also attacking this pawn on e5. So the big mistake here would be to push g6, okay? And now queen takes there, and I have a fork, checking the king and also attacking the rook, okay? So now I can simply capture the rook. Now the knight is pinned. So the queen really ought to come back, but then if she does, I can come back here. Not the way to play a 30-minute game. Okay, now there's a check threat here. It's not checkmate threat, because I have king d1, but I do have an in-between move anyway, which is queen takes knight check. And this king is going to either have to move here, or the bishop must block. I think those are the only two moves. Okay, the bishop's blocked, and now this is no longer a threat. So, what's the right thing to do here? I mean, knight f3 looks very natural, attacks the queen. This pawn is defended. My queen currently doesn't have many squares, actually only has one safe square to go to. So that, there is an argument to say queen h8 now would make sense. But how about bishop c4? Then I'm threatening queen takes f7, check, and winning the bishop. And I don't see anything wrong with that. This pawn is defended, this pawn is defended, the queen is not threatening too much. Let's see what my 729 rated opponent spots. Does he spot this threat? And if so, how does he defend? I think queen back here would do it, queen here would do it. Then I've got maybe c3 with a discovery on the queen. But this looks reasonable. Also means that my queen actually, oh no, my queen can then capture on h7 if his queen moves to either of these squares, so that's all right. But this is the threat. So he's made his first moves far too quickly. And this is very common at lower levels. You know, people worry too much about openings some of the time, but I mean, just following basic principles, I almost think you don't need to know any openings at all, or any opening theory at all, up to a certain, up to 1500, 1600 maybe, I don't know. If you follow the right principles. So here I've got queen takes f7 check, and I think the only move then is going to be king here, and then that's going to be checkmate, isn't it? I'm going to say one more after this to my opponent. Okay, I think that's mate. It's from Germany. Noch ein? Das Spiel. So, das Spiel? Okay, let's see if it wants a rematch. No, it doesn't want a rematch. Okay, let's pick something else out of the... how about this one? No, not allowed that one. How about 1400? Yay, 1400. Let's have a go at this. 1404. Scandi. Now, am I going to go Blackmar Diemer? Let's do the Blackmar Diemer Gambit. Apparently in Norway and Finland and whatever, they have barcodes on the sides of all the military vessels, on the sides of all the military ships. And now we attack here, and hoping for this, go for the rider gambit, so that when the ships return to harbour, the admirals can Scandinavian. Oh dear. Yeah, well, you don't follow my channel for the comedy value, do you? Okay, so now we have this, and now this is, I think, the Rider Gambit. So I'm tempting my opponent to take here, and then queen takes, hanging this pawn. Now what he might do is this, but then okay, so I'm going to snatch that straight away. Oh no, my pawn. But then the idea is, if queen takes, this is the Rider Gambit, okay? Queen takes, bishop here, queen moves here, castles, putting the rook on the open d-file, and then if the knight can get to there, okay, he's not gone for it. You've not gone for it. So he's a pawn up. Okay, let's take stock. I think I want to castle long anyway, right? I have no f-pawn. This was a bit of a timid move, I think. Look, he's blocked this guy in. He might unleash this guy. So now my pawn is still hanging, so maybe bishop here? If I do bishop there and he brings his bishop out, am I worried? Bishop here, bishop here. If I castle then, the bishop takes, I've got queen takes, so that's okay. Right, I'm going to bring my bishop out now. Here or here? I'm going to bring it here. No, I'm not going to bring it here. Just defend the pawn. There's no point giving up a second pawn. So the plan is now, castle, long, get the rook on the d-file, extra protection for the pawn. Right, not going to think, castles. It's a 15-minute game, it's a rated game, it's 5:11 for me, because I'm 15:27 currently. Not far off my highest rapid rating, really. Now, he's going to want to shift his bishop shortly. I have a development lead. I've got 1, 2, 3 pieces out and castle, that's 5. He's got 1, 2, 3 pieces out, so he's behind in development now. So clearly he wants to castle quickly. And I mean, d5 is a thought. So takes, takes, knight takes. I need to strike, don't I? But I also need to finish getting my bits out into the board. So knight here. Looks okay. H4 is a thought. Let's throw Harry up. Go on, Harry. On your way, son. Right, this is defended currently twice. So I can actually play bishop d3, which I think is the best place for that bishop to go. And then I'm thinking probably like g4, maybe knight here. I just really want to throw everything now at the queen, at the king side of the board, yeah? Where's my opponent from? That looks, I'm going to say Serbia. Croatia. They're very similar. That's another kind of slightly timid move. Okay, develop the bish. So he's kind of playing everything a bit close to his chest. Timidness is an issue in chess. You need to be ready to strike when the opportunity presents itself. It's like going into a boxing match unwilling to throw punches. You can't win a boxing match without throwing a punch. Okay, so he's attacking this bishop and this knight. We could trade. Am I worried about c takes? Am I worried if he takes my knight? I could simply drop my bishop back here. Let's do that. And that saves the bishop and defends the knight with the bishop. So now if he takes, I can take with the pawn, and my bishop is now on the diagonal of doom, pointing towards h8. And again, he isn't castled, right? Move 10, and he's only got 3 development points, right? Now, to complete development, you need to get all 4 minor pieces and your queen off the back rank. That's 5, and you need to castle. That's 7. Okay, so, and he's only on 3 because he's not castled. I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm almost there, as you can see, because I'm not on 7. I've still got a knight to bring out to the party. I'm kind of happy with my situation so far. He's pussyfooting around the game. Rook f1 threatens mate. That would force him to castle. This is also a thought at some point. Could even lift a rook, I don't know. There's so many options now. See, I'm down a pawn, but I'm well up in development. I'm really tempted to push g4 as well. How am I doing for time? 11 minutes, that's plenty. Yeah, I think increase the pressure. My opponent is playing timidly. So when he's playing timidly, I think the right approach, psychologically, is to be aggressive. Oh yeah, miscounted that one. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Now if I do that, he's got to castle really, yeah? Yeah, that was a bit of an error, wasn't it? Didn't notice that after that knight moved, he had an overwhelm on this pawn. Okay, but we live and learn. So, can I do something with this knight? Right, to here, something like that. Or maybe to here. Yeah, I think I need to move that knight. I want to get both my rooks lined up against my opponent. So there's me slagging him off for being... Now, if I take queen takes... So I think I'm going to do this first. If he takes king recaptures, that's not a problem. Not a problem at all. But he can do that because it comes with check, right? But then I've got this major threat here, and he's weakened this pawn as well. I'm kind of quite happy about that. There's tension between these knights, there's tension between these bishops. We're both down under 11 minutes, which is plenty of time. Okay, now. This is tempting. Oh. Look, there's a hole there. Let's play that. Am I worried about the knight coming in? No, I'm not. Yeah, and I'm threatening to take this bishop. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. It's just improving the knight, eh? But you don't really want to be black in this situation. Okay, recapture with the knight or recapture with the king? I think king. Yeah. Queen can't check here because knight's guarding it. This rook can't move because it's got to defend that pawn. I could push g5 now. Push there. Pawn takes and push him. I'm doing it. Okay, and now queen takes and I'm threatening checkmate here. So he's got to do something. He's going to have to push this pawn. But if he pushes that pawn, I've got rook takes here, yeah? Or pawn takes there, which might be even eviler. And now he's 2 pawns up, but 2 pawns doesn't matter if you get checkmated. Ah, comes a check. You swine, you. Okay, how about I got a block with a rook. Could simply retreat the king. Could put the king here. There's no further checks. And I'm also thinking of this. Let's stick the king there. Haha, I tried to checkmate him. I didn't realise I was in check myself. Okay, he can't check with the queen. Can't check there or there because it'd get captured either way. Oh, he's got queen here. Oh, that could be annoying. Didn't see that one. And then what am I going to do? That might be alright. Queen there, king b3. He might have perpetual, but I don't know. That is an annoyance because my king's escape is blocked. He'd have to keep checking me as well. Oh, I've also got this. That's a thought. Okay, so he's done that. I'm just going to play this move quietly, I think. Is there any value to this? Or can my knight come in any way? Knight here, not really. Knight here, not really either. Actually, I feel like threatening that queen though. I'm going to play this move. Maybe I should have played that, but... See, he's got a light squared bishop left that's still actually in the box along with that rook, yeah. So if I play like b3, stick my king in there, I think I'm pretty safe. And now I'm down 3 pawns, but still I feel like I've got the upper hand. This pawn is pinned. So if it moves, checkmate. So what's he going to do with his queen? If he comes there, is that just stupid? And if I play b4, he'll capture this pawn. But then I take that with evil intentions. That just looks silly. My knight needs to be going this way to attack that guy. I don't want to be using my knight in defense. I want to defend with my pawns, get my king safe, something like that. As long as he doesn't play queen a5 now. If he plays queen a5 now, I'm upset. He's down to 8 minutes, I'm on 8:46. He's done it. He's only gone and done it. Right, now here, he's got another check. And I can't block. So I'm gonna go this way. He's got another check here as well, but then I run away. Then he takes with oh, crikey. It's all getting a bit hairy. All getting a bit hairy, boys. I have threats of my own, but now I still want to get my king like here. Queen's under threat, queen has to move. Queen can check there. Okay. I'm going to retreat here. Now she's got 2 pawns. One comes with check, so that's the one you should do. Yes, indeed. Now, I could block with the knight. I'm going to block with the knight. I just need that safety net because I do have... I want to stop this shenanigans of the queen, yeah? But I've even got this. Takes, check. If takes, queen takes, king can't go there, here, and then queen there is mate. That's a bloody thought, isn't it? Look at that. Checkity-doo-dah. King comes here, that's mate. Ooh! And is black out of checks? That looks too good. Takes, takes, king here, queen h7 mate. Takes, he's in check. The only other options are this and this. Either way, rook takes h6 is mate. So what's his queen going to do? How can his queen... How can he stop this threat? This imminent threat? And this is what I'm talking about you know, timidness. When you see a way to win, strike. But figure it out, you know? That is the threat. And has he seen it? He's 1400. He should really have seen it. And he's 4 pawns up. But it doesn't matter, because he's facing the 5-point palm exploding heart technique. Yeah, I think that is a checkmate by force. And my opponent is doing the right thing and trying to think his way out of it, because I honestly don't know what he can do here. Okay, takes, king moves, mate. Okay, takes, king here, mate. Takes, pawn takes, queen here, king here. I've no longer got h7, but I think it's winning. Takes, 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 check. King here. Rook takes that. I think it's still unstoppable. He's found a decent move. I don't know if there is a better one. Now, there's only one legal move. There's nothing that can block there. He's got to go here, and then rook takes h6 is the end of the game. Oh no. Knight there, queen there, mate. Boom. Badder. And I do think we deserve an extra boom. I don't even need that, actually. I've got... Well, yeah, the knight's got to block. Okay. Fantastic. Oh, that's a very, very satisfying win. Good game, mate. Good game. And a really nice example of the initiative, right? And that's what Gambits can do. But you've got to have the cojones to follow through on a Gambit. Right, it's probably not liking my position too much, but then it's going to be anticipating accurate play. Actually, I was never all that bad. I've made one blunder. Okay, so Blackmar Diemer Gambit. Yes, book, Rider Gambit, and now inaccuracy. Ooh, you missed capturing an undefended piece. I know you missed it, because that was the whole point, because then I do this. Anyway, so that's good. Okay, better was there. Fair enough. Then I guess, you know, if queen takes this, I've actually got that as well. Okay, knight out here, not great. So yeah, I didn't like his play at the start. Again, it's just... Oh, he didn't like that. What's wrong with that one? He wanted me to develop the bishop. I think we put the bishop there anyway, didn't we? Yeah, next move. And he says, it's all right. And now we're equal. Okay. Drop the bishop back. Excellent. Doesn't like that. No, I didn't like that either. Good. I like that g4. Best move. And that's an inaccuracy. He should have gone there. Ah. Okay. And then this is a mistake. What should I have done? Knight in here, threatening to come in there with check and forcing the king to move. But oh, I missed it completely. Look at that, knight e4. Threatening to come in here, and then a checkmate threat as well. Wow. Okay, but that's not what we did. He comes here, and that's a mistake. What should I have done? Okay. No, I mean, that's kind of good. It's improving the knight. It's defending that. Nice little knight. And again, yeah, of course, you know, it's the same move. I just didn't see that opportunity, which is... And that's a blunder. He says we should have traded bishops. Now knight e4. Now, slightly too late, I noticed that move. Okay, and now we trade off. King takes d2 is a blunder. Oh. Okay, it said knight. So king... I don't see what's too bad with that, but it says that black's better in that situation. Okay, let's go back. King takes as a blunder. Okay. Knight to there is a blunder. So what did I miss? Huh, okay. Don't know why. But anyway, I played that. He plays that, which is a great move. I capture the queen. And now we're going to move bang, bang, equal. He takes that, which is best. And yeah, because I missed this. You know, I saw 2 checks that didn't work, but I missed the third. And that was just not great. Now my opponent should have gone straight in with the queen, but pushes a pawn in front of his king. Always a risk, pushing pawns in front of your king. Excellent move. Blunder. What? Why? Because I can go... Okay. Now, and I do in fact play that move. That is a great move. And now it's got me +6. Already winning. Because the computer is so good at calculation, right? It's figured out that I have an unstoppable attack here. And that was excellent, and that's best. And I'm +6 already. Wow. That's best. Didn't like that. Our survey said, boom. Okay, I guess if queen comes here, I've got that. And then my knight is still free. But we didn't do that. I used my knight, and that's a mistake. And then, brilliant. Ooh, brilliant move. That's not an easy move to find, but we figured it out, didn't we? And now I've got forced mate in 3. Has to. Boom. Forced. Bang. Boom. Good night. Nice game. So thanks to Zvonimir16. Thank you for watching. That was a beauty, wasn't it? But like I say, you know, if you're going to play a Gambit line, you have to keep the initiative going. I nearly lost it at some point here, but for him actually bringing his queen away from the action when his queen didn't have, because she was unsupported, she's on her own over on the queen side here, right? That queen didn't have a finishing blow. She couldn't finish me off on her own without support. And my opponent never engaged this rook and never engaged that bishop in the game. But here you can see that a lot of my pieces are lined up now in the right direction, which is against my opponent's king. So yeah, hugely satisfying win and a brilliant move. Thank you. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.